Have you ever had a bad habit in your life that you gave up? And then you realize that you gave it up for so long that you don't even remember the day that you gave it up? Well, my name is Billy Tate, guys, and I'm coming to you here again for day 17 of the 30 Days in Front of the Camera Challenge. And I got an interesting story to talk to you about addiction. Today, Halloween, I got a text from one of the elders at our church. It's a good friend of mine. I've been in small groups with him, and he's been a friend of mine for many, many years. And it was about 5 o'clock this afternoon. I'm on my way back home. Had a long day, been working hard. End of the month, closed out the month really strong, and I'm really proud of that. But I got this text, and he congratulated me on my sobriety date. And I just realized that I hadn't even thought about it all day long. And today marks 6 years of complete sobriety from alcohol. Now, some of you might know my story, some of you might not, but from about the time I was 14 until 6 years ago, alcohol had played a huge part of my life. Then probably about 10, 12, 13 years ago, I went through a really horrible divorce, and I suffered not only from the alcohol, but the alcohol led to other substances and drugs that I became addicted to. And when I left Texas to come to California, I gave up any of the drugs, but it took me another 4 years or so to give up the alcohol. And I don't know why it took so long, but today I'm celebrating that that's no longer a part of my life, that I have complete sobriety and control of my life. And I'm going to be honest, guys, the only way that I was able to get through that is through my faith and bringing that problem to God, surrounding myself with positive people that held me accountable to my actions and helped me discover a new life. And it's funny because I had another gentleman text me today that I serve with at the church, and he's got a guy that's in his small group, and he's been suffering from addiction. And I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to out anybody, but he's been having problems with shame and not wanting to come back to the small group. And this gentleman texted me and said, "Hey, do you have any words of wisdom to give this gentleman?" And a good friend of mine, Mark Porter, that I served with in a ministry in Ocean Beach, and this is a ministry that catered to homeless and people that are suffering with addiction and whatnot. And I'll never forget that the way one of his lines that he used to preach is, God doesn't care what you did 10 minutes before you walk in here. He just cares that you're here. He already knew that you were going to fall off the wagon, drink, smoke, whatever it might be, before you ever did. And guys, I think that that's real important for us to keep in mind, especially those of us that have suffered with addiction from the past. And that's exactly what I told him to tell him, is that God just cares that you're here. And he's going to come into you, and he's just been waiting for you. And it's one of those things that as time goes, it gets easier. You fill your time with other things. You realize the money that you're saving. You start healing and repairing relationships that were once broken. Trust trust is built through practice of sobriety. And guys, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Good habits turn into good routines, which turn into great lifestyles. And if a guy like me can get sober and stay on the wagon and continue his walk with God only through God, there's definitely hope for anyone else. So I'm going to ask you to celebrate today with me 6 years of complete sobriety from alcohol, 11 years from any type of drugs or substances. And I'm going to ask you to go ahead and leave me a comment down below. What are your struggles? Share that with us. I'm looking to build a community. Or what are your tips to keep you in your sobriety? I know for me, it was surrounding myself with God, surrounding myself with godly men that held me accountable, and a loving, supportive wife that got me through that. So drop me a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to wrap this video up for day 17. It's a short but a quick one, but I think we got 5 minutes on the camera. And listen, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow for day 18. I got something special, but you're going to have to wait until tomorrow to see. As always, guys, have a fantastic day, and God bless. We'll see you in the next one. I'm out of here.